turtles. So yes, I had them together and then I had to separate them because the common snapping turtle was being a jerk. But I accidentally figured out that it was because the common snapping turtle was a little bit food aggressive. So she was aggressive to the other one during feeding or when there was food around. So I started to only spot feed them, and like, long story short, I trained them to know when it's time to eat. So now they both know when they're going to be fed, when there's going to be food available. So it completely took away the food aggression. So they are back to being roommates. And it's not recent. It's been this way for months. And I mean, of course, wood here, because they're not waterlogged, like they were out of the water for a few months, they are floating. So I decided to anchor them down with some rocks, and I'm using this thin rope to secure the rocks, and it was kind of an eyesore to me. Simple. I did pretty much the same thing on the other side. Like, despite the fact that the turtle going in here and the turtle going in here are completely different species and they're from completely different parts of the world, they surprised it up and y'all, her shell was definitely the dirtiest out of all the turtles. Like, Matilda, girl, you're nasty. Just to demonstrate how dirty her shell was, I only scrubbed half of it so we could see the difference. And like, y'all, she looks like an Oreo. She didn't like getting her shell scrubbed at first, but by the end of it, she's even twerking for us. Get it, Matilda, get it.
Taste your fingertips. Got me while I taste your fingertips. Got me while I taste your fingertips.
Well, this is the first time I see a turtle twerk. Oh wait, no, there was that other turtle that went viral. And look at how pretty she looked afterwards. Like, girl, Matilda, who does your shell? And here she goes into her grow out container. Let me just say this again. These are grow out containers. These are not the proper size for these turtles for their entire lives. Okay? Okay. Of how much of a struggle it is to scrub her shell. I'm gonna show you guys the next few clips with the original audio. Enjoy. Oh my god. This is Natasha. She's actually Penelope's daughter, and she kind of has a little bit of Penelope's attitude, but not as much. Penelope is like a 10 on the grumpy scale, and Natasha here is more of a 4 or 5. It's still in there, but not always. So she is Penelope and Tito's daughter. Tito is the next turtle coming up that you guys are going to see. She's also one of 3 baby turtles that I hatched from an egg.
Try new Schweppes signature cocktails. Inspired refreshment in a sparkling vodka cooler. Schweppes signature cocktails, available in blueberry elderberry and blood orange lime. Refresh your get-togethers.
Can you not like my boyfriend's pictures on Instagram? Thanks. Your boyfriend is my cousin. LOL. That doesn't give you the right to like his pictures. Yes it does. They're family. You're really stressed out about your boyfriend messaging his cousin? Then you got some mad trust issues. I mean, people have trust issues, but this is some next level stuff. This lady does not mess around with her husband's security. He's in there at the ATM trying to withdraw money, and she is covering the whole ATM and her husband with her jacket. She's like, nobody shall see him or the PIN code. We must protect our monies. This is next level. Like, I know sometimes you gotta be careful of these things. He was out mowing when he said he noticed you drive past smoking a cigar of some sort. A lot of children live on the street, so I will speak on their behalf and request you keep your habits private from the kids. To which she sends a picture of herself. And she's like, hey, it was just a taquito. Dad. People thought she was smoking a cigar. Girl can't even eat some food. Give the girl a break. She can't even eat some food without them harassing her. Her neighbors be like, taquitos are an 8-week. Next thing you know, you'll be on the hardest stuff like burritos and enchiladas. How dramatic I am when I want attention. You're like, oh my god, I'm drowning. My face is almost under the water. Meanwhile, you're like just sitting. It's like the shallowest water. You're not drowning. Let me know if you guys are dramatic or not in the comments. I want to know. Tomato puree spread on a baked whole wheat Wow, let me see. He sends a picture of pizza. That is kind of the description of pizza. I mean, you can make anything sound fancy if you're dramatic enough. Like, this person just made pizza sound like the fanciest food in the world. Like, I couldn't afford it even if I tried food. Mom told me the rooster was after her today. Had to check the security camera to verify. Oh my god, look at her. She's just running. I mean, she could have probably just stood her ground. It's a rooster. How much harm can it really do? Don't answer that. This is like a scene out of Legend of Zelda. I'm dying. That rooster is out for blood. Rare photos of me jumping to conclusions. Oh my god, this is so relatable. How many times have you guys assumed something and jumped to a conclusion and then figured out you were wrong AF? I know you've been there, and if you're saying no, then maybe you haven't. Or maybe you lied. But maybe you just haven't. It's my wedding. Drama. But also, when there is drama and someone asks what happened, this person's like, give me an audience. I will let you know, but let me tell you about this drama. It's funny. Dramatic people are always the people who like say they hate drama, but are the ones who love it at the same time. My mom is literally so dramatic, she was feeling a little chilly and called 911. Oh my god. This is too much. Like, I get cold on a regular basis. Imagine if I'd be calling 911. And they're actually taking it seriously. The girl like replies and she goes, by the way, she's completely fine. This is where I get my dramatics from. Sometimes you get it from your mama. I'm just dying at this. Like, this mom was like, oh my god, what if I die? I'm cold. It's also a waste of emergency time, but it's fun. Make sure you put socks on Aspen before taking her outside. She will freeze. Well, okay. Cover her ears with a hat as well. Damn. You would think a dog with the name Aspen would be able to handle the cold, but this Aspen is bundled up like a little old lady. Look at this. I don't know if this is necessary. Like, I'm looking at the ground. It doesn't even look that cold outside. Like, it would be one thing if there was snow on the ground. It looks like a nice summer hot day to me. Ollie graduated. I'm a proud Cody mom. Wow. They made a graduation for the dog. I think doggy school, like when they learn how to train dogs. I can't read what it says on there. My eyes are not that good. I cannot read that. But he graduated from some type of doggy school. They made him a